Hey everyone, it's another time with Goldentalkz. Hope we all are doing fine and coping with the global economic jigsaws. Today's topic is a domestic one and should have effect on us all in one way or the other. We're taught in our basic education that the home or the family is the smallest unit in the society, which is true. It's the smallest, yes, but very mighty because every human on earth originates from it. Our home training affords us the opportunity to learn home taught manners and social etiquette, and that's what you present to the world as your identity. It's like the foundation of a building, it's like the root of a tree. It molds our different individual filters. We have four of them anyway: our personality, our attitude, our viewpoint, and lifestyle. This will be a conversation between I and Esther, a voiceover artist here on the stage. So I indulge you all to listen attentively as we brainstorm over our own home influence on us. We are also going to talk about our general discoveries and how the negative ones can be abated. So Esther, it's good to have you in the house today.
Thank you very much, Goldentalkz. I'm pleased to be here, and I'm pleased to, actually have the opportunity to share my own opinion on important topics like this.
Thank you so much. Speaking about our home influence on us, we perceive our home training in different ways. But speaking on parenting, as the content here tells us, it can be defined as manners and social outputs. So concerning about home training, I was taught never to believe in failure. There's nothing too difficult for us to achieve on earth here. I mean, the market is not competitive for us. So believe in yourself, carve a niche for yourself, and take off.
Yeah, that's actually very, very correct. And me coming from the aspect of failure, I think one of the avoidance of failure is building self-love and self-value. People take you the way you are, the way you carry yourself, the way you value yourself, the way you treat yourself is the same way people will treat you. So if you put yourself as a very goal-oriented person, there is no way somebody that sees you will not see you as a goal-oriented person. And again, I'm grateful for the family that I come from. They really, really instilled this mindset of me putting myself first, loving myself, and giving out value and not just giving out beauty. And I think every parent should try to instill this in not just their boy child, but their girl child as well. Because the moment a girl child can have this self-value, have this self-love, it will be very hard for her to get bullied. And it will be so hard for her to not achieve anything in life. Because looking at yourself and you say, oh, yes, I can do it. Oh, Esther, you can do it. Yes, I can do it. There is no way you won't be able to do that.
Thank you very much. Okay, I appreciate the fact you talked about not being bullied and not thinking less of oneself. This is one of the personality weapons I learned from my home. I was taught never to be fearless, not to look at anyone as a superhuman. Like I do ask, who are you? What do you have? Like, I don't see you as a superhuman. I don't see anyone as a low life. I was taught never to rate anyone too high or rate anyone too low. There's no one on earth I cannot approach and talk to. Like, we are all the same under the sky. We are all made of sand. So what makes you so special that I can't approach you to talk to? So that's one of the things. That's another thing that my home taught me. Never to be fearless and think of anyone as a superhuman or low life.
Exactly. And another aspect I want to come in is this aspect of self-esteem. This is one thing I love my mother especially about. My mother imputes this spirit of high self-esteem into me that I don't see myself like I cannot be where you are. I don't see myself like, oh, I need to be lower than where I am. I don't see myself as that lady that cannot get anywhere. I see myself with my high esteem, with confidence. I can handle anything. I can discuss about any topic. I can handle any project. I can, read any book. I can, attain any height I want to attain. And this thing has actually, helped me growing up, since leaving home since I was 20. It's not been easy out there. It's been more than 3 years I left home, and sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, Esther, how did you get here? But I just, understand that what high self-esteem can actually do you never can tell until you acquire one. So I would really, really urge parents to instill this in their girl child. See, I would say that a lot of boy child has this high self-esteem thing. That is why a boy child can actually take up any task, like, and you see them excelling in it. You see them, talk to anybody they want to talk to. You see them pick up any goal they want to pick, and you see them, excelling in it. But you see girl child, there are some conversations that I will have with some ladies, and they'll be like, no, I cannot do this, I don't think I have that strength. And in my head, I'll be like, what are you trying to say? So having self-esteem would, actually help you, as in help you. It's like a booster, it's like a fuel to your passion. If you have high self-esteem, and that will also boost your confidence. Like nobody can easily come and walk on you. Nobody can easily tell you bullshit and you take it. Nobody can easily, just come and feel like, oh, this one is a pushover. And that aspect should be taken away from our girl child of this generation. Because if you're not a pushover, nobody, not even a man can actually work on you. You will have a good marriage. You will have a good life. You will have a good career. In fact, your children will be so proud to call you a mother. And I would really urge our parents or new parents to please instill this value of self-confidence, high self-esteem, self-love, self-value into their girl child, because this will really, really, really help them in the world. This will really help them in the real world market, not just in the academic market. This will really help them in their self. They'll be so proud of who they are as a girl child.
Wow, this conversation is getting more interesting. I wish a lot of people can see what I'm seeing in many homes today. In fact, I've seen a lot of things in many homes today. There's this particular thing that I think should be corrected in many homes today, especially the affluent ones. Okay. As Africans, we are known to be industrious and resilient, yes, which is true. Yes, a father can tell the child that, don't worry, when you grow up, you're going to inherit my properties and everything, especially those from the affluent homes.
Yes.
Like, that can make a child act irresponsible because of the financial backup. But first, when you train your child to be independent, to have that physical and mental independence, I don't think the child will end up misbehaving.
True.
You first of all tell your child that, you first of all make your child understand that you, the parent, is different from your child. This is your own wealth.
Yes.
You, my son or my daughter, go and make your own wealth by yourself.
Yes.
Look at Rockefeller, one of the richest men in America. At the age of 4, when his kids were 4, he started training them not to depend on his wealth. I don't mean to criticize anyone's way of parenting. There's no way. There's nothing wrong if There's nothing wrong if a child inherits a father's wealth. But first of all, train them to be independent, to have that responsibility, mentally and physically. Because if not, if you continue that way and you leave them and they turn to become wayward, the irresponsible ones will pray for your quick demise, so that they can quickly take over your wealth, which is very wrong. But when you train them, when you instill in them that spirit of independence, you make them go into the world. This is what you should achieve. You may still want to give them your property. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that, as I said earlier. But make sure you first of all instill that independence into them. The more reason why I'm stressing on this is, okay, like for instance, my mom do tell me, okay, my parents, whenever they pay my school fees, give me money for upkeep. My mom, to be precise, tells me that we've paid your school fees. This is your pocket money. The ball is in your court. That's just what they tell me. And what happens when the ball is in your court? Is it your opponent that will come and kick it for you? No, you kick it yourself. So indirectly, they are telling me that my future lies in my hands.
True.
Okay, let's look at it this way again. You plant a seed for it to grow to become a big tree. And you carrying a big tree from nowhere, you dig the ground and you install the tree on the dug ground. Which of them is prone to withstanding natural disasters? It's the one that grows to become, what is it? So what makes a man is not the position or the status he is in life, but the obstacles he has to overcome on the way for him to get there. That is what really makes him a mature person. So my advice to parents or other adults or anyone is that First of all, instill that physical and mental maturity to your children. Train them to be independent on their own, then you can now spill it out.
Yeah, sorry to I just want to chip in something. Okay? And that is this aspect where you spoke about having, leaving wealth for children, rich parents leaving wealth for their children. Like she said, and I really want to stand with that, there is nothing bad in leaving wealth for your children. And the truth is that leaving wealth for your children also leave how to achieve the steps, the discipline you put in achieving those things, the life lessons you've learned in achieving those things.
Sure.
Also leave it for the children, because what we see these days is that every parent, I want my child, I don't want my child to suffer. Yes, you shouldn't allow your child to suffer, but you should let your child know what it is, the stress, the pain, the discipline that you went through to get this thing. Because they might not just, and again, another thing is that there are some parents, because they've made it, that try to enforce their dream on their child. That shouldn't happen. In as much as you don't want your child to suffer, but at the same time, let your child chase whatever thing is their passion, chase whatever goal that they want to go into, and support them, not just financially, but also with the discipline you use in achieving your own dreams, you're achieving your own goals, so that this child will also pass it to the next generation. And also,
Exactly.
something else I really want to chip in also is the fact that parents should also be careful how they speak to their children. There's this trend that happened last week on TikTok, where this young girl was videoing her dad shouting at her because of iPhone 8. Something like that, and the internet went uproar, and everybody, some were supporting the girls, some were supporting the parents. I even went to one of the comment section where one lady said that, me too, I went through it now, she has to go through it. That kind of, she has to go through it. Oh, the parents would have done for you because they're talking to you, pick up camera. Like if I'm the mother, someone will say if I'm the father, would you understand? No, there are better ways to talk to your children. There are better ways to put it, and there are better ways to make your child do what you want them to do.
Sure.
Not just by violence, not just by insult, not just by cursing words. I think we should do better as parents, or as parent to be, mother to be. Do you understand? Like, it really, really help our upcoming generation, because the truth is that most of these failed marriages that's happening these days are coming from what a lot of men, a lot of women got from their parents.
Yes, I agree with you.
A lot of things that some ladies got from their mother is what they are bringing into marriage. Imagine two people, maybe one is coming from a background where the only way they understand themselves is by shouting. Another one is coming from a background where the only way they understand themselves is by talking low. Can you imagine the whole thing? And now, it is so hard for you to change an adult, and you think that as they got married they will change, or see, before they change will happen, it will take time. Maybe the marriage would have even fallen apart before they realize, oh well, this is a mistake. Do you understand?
Yes,
so if new parents and new generation of mothers and fathers will do better in the speech and how they speak to their children, I think the next generation will be a stellar.
Yes, it's true. I totally agree with you. That's why I said that. That's why we all agree. In fact, we were taught from our basic education. It's basic because it's a foundation to maturity. If we don't learn all these things at our primary age, it will be difficult for us when we become adults. So I wish there's no way everyone will give into our own school of thoughts, but it's the right thing must be said. It must be done. Thanks, Esther. It's nice having you here today. As we all have seen, our home is very important in the life of every human on earth today, because it is a foundation to maturity, it's a foundation to everything that we do today. So if your home training or your foundation is not strong, there's no way the building can be strong. So your identity will be somehow grey. It will be something that will attract people to you. You won't serve as a magnet to people. So we have to be careful and take our home training seriously. For parents and for children, you have to take your home training seriously. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.